It's been a little while since I have looked through my Zoom account to see if there's anything new that I need to activate. I'm seeing more pop up about AI and different options, and some questions on my YouTube channel that I want to reply to. So in order to do that, I'm going to take a look, and I thought I might as well record as I'm looking through here. All right, so I've gone to my Zoom account, logged in through the browser. So there is more here than you're going to get through your app for settings. And I've specifically right now opened up AI Companion. And so this is meeting summary with AI Companion. That sounds interesting. And I'm just going to click automatically, and only when I host will that be activated. And AI Companion questions, I'm going to activate that just to see, you know, what that looks like too. So I'll have to test this as well. These might be things I turn off. Now, this was something that just popped up today when I went in. Smart recording. Your cloud recording can have recording highlights. This is really interesting. And smart chapters. That's really interesting. Audio transcript. So let's just turn on these things. And this looks all great. I'm not sure about the meeting coach, but hey, let's see what that does. And team chat thread summary, that's really interesting too. Wow. Okay, and then team chat compose AI Companion, compose a response. I think I'm not going to turn that on. And then whiteboard content creation with AI Companion. Well, let's just turn on and see what that is. And email compose. This might be very helpful to some of you. Use AI to help users compose a response from scratch for emails. And poll results, that's interesting, but I'm going to leave that off. So that is what's new there with the AI Companion. Now, I recently had a question also about Zoom clips, and so I thought before I test that, I should see too if there's anything new. I'm just taking a look, I'm scrolling through. Record gallery view with shared screen. That's new and interesting as an option. Now, these are more for the cloud recording that you have a lot more variety. You would have to pay for more cloud space potentially, so keep that in mind as well. A lot of times I am recording to my computer, less options, sometimes higher quality depending on your settings too. Record a separate audio file for each participant's an option too. So if you were interviewing someone, you might want that as well. Timestamp to the recording, that might be helpful to you. I'm just highlighting the ones I don't have checked off now to see if they're new. You may want to optimize for third-party video recorder. And with the little question mark on the side, you can hover over top of it and it will give you more information. It's going to increase the file size. You may not want that. Save panelists chat to the recording, which is interesting. And say poll results shared during the meeting and webinar. How awesome is that? That's newer as well. So I am going to click save, and then this is highlighting to go to the AI Companion settings, which I already just checked. Automatic recording, I don't have that. So depending on how many people you have hosting on your account, you may or may want, you might not want them to have access to the recordings. You might, as an admin, only want to have access. So it depends on your context. I don't have other people using my account currently, so I'm not worrying about that one. And push notification to subscription URL when cloud recording is available. That might be very helpful if you're regularly recording, that you don't have to tell everybody it's there. That's a great option as well. Recording notifications, depending on too, if you have people registered, some of these aspects might be helpful as well. And require phone only users to press 1 to consent to being recorded. You might want to turn that on too. So, but I am leaving that the way it is. Meeting is what I want to check as well. And there's certainly a lot more tabs here at the top that I can, wow, look at this, all of these. And what's nice too is it's highlighting what's new. So I would want to go through the meeting, like the master, all the settings, but they're pulling out some of these things separately, which is helpful too. So notes are new. Zoom clips is what I was wanting to take a look. Enable this setting will display Zoom clips and allow users to create clips. If turning it off, then you won't be able to do it. But you can still access what you've already created. Allow users who access clips to download clips. I do want that. That might be more for me, but we'll see that, test that out. Viewers can comment, share clips, allow owners to share with anyone with a link, require passcode. For some clips you might want that. Notify the clip owner when there's a first viewer. That's interesting too. Notify the clip owner when receiving a new comment. Notify the clip owner to viewer when receiving a reply. Might as well turn those on. Communication is good. Okay, so that's new. And then surveys. And I want to go to general to see if there's anything, especially with accessibility. So there's definitely new stuff here. Ungrouped users can search for any contacts. It's interesting. So data and storage determines, now I am in Canada, but if I change this, it could impact things. After you save, new recordings will be stored in locations selected above. Just click save. Lives transcript. Okay, so these are new with not just US. This is great. Not just US servers, I think is what I'm understanding here. So I picked Canada and we'll just do that. Zoom data centers process real-time meeting, videos, audio, and share content when you host meetings and webinars. They can also process your Zoom whiteboard and notes. This is important. Selecting all data centers can provide the best experience for participants. Opting out will limit participants joining from those regions. I'm going to leave that alone for now, but that's an interesting thing to take back to your leadership if that's the context for you. Now I've turned off some of these things before. Good. And then meetings. Now I've noticed some changes recently when I have gone back into old links that they haven't been working. So that's something I need to look at here. Because there's definitely some of these are new. Now I did turn on Etiquette tool for chat, but I haven't really seen observed an outcome for that. So you might want to give host keys if you're using your your account for other people. That's very helpful as well. And they're definitely adopting some things from other platforms as well. The host key, that's something from WebEx. I have previous videos that I cover a lot of these things and why I would turn them on. Now, if I was asking another host to add or edit polls and quizzes, that might be appropriate. You may want to turn on that all polls are anonymous. I'm going to leave that alone right now, but that might be standard in your organization. And then I want to click save after I've made some of these changes within. It's not just at the bottom. Sometimes you'll see the save option come up when you're going through. Oh, show raised hand in toolbar. Quicker access in the meeting. Definitely want to turn that on. So, you know, anything I can make it more inclusive and accessible, the better. Slide control, you might turn that on if you're sharing, co-hosting. That requires some practice and a bit of a learning curve, but allow participants to communicate without interrupting by clicking on the icons, yes, no, slow down, speed up. You may or may not want this on. I like to turn on all the options. This must have been turned off as one of the newest updates. Meeting reactions, gesture recognition. That's good or bad? This is good. So allow host or co-host to rename participants in the waiting room. I definitely have had this on in the past. It needs to be turned on again. Allow hosts to type manual captions. Automated captions definitely have turned on. Full transcript. Now, if it's sensitive and you're not recording, then the transcript is essentially a recording too, so you want to keep that in mind. But a transcript and captions are helpful for accessibility. Language interpretation, sign language when those contexts, or if you have that as part of your plan. I like the immersive view and video filters and focus mode. I've activated those in other previous Zoom tutorials. I like the join from your browser link. That's been turned off. I used to always have that on. So there's more that you want to maybe take a closer look at, and with the descriptions, whether you're using a screen reader or someone is supporting as well, going through making these collaborative decisions as well. Notify hosts when participants join a meeting before them. That is helpful to have enabled. Some of these things have definitely turned off since last time I went through here, and they used to be on. Show external meetings on attendance reports. So all attendance logs, like especially if, you know, for employees or people have paid, you definitely want to consider these attendance logs and what you're needing. Because as you scroll down, it's going through these sub headings that are off to the left. And then the far left, you can go through and open up things like phone. Now there's settings here off to the left, which we just went through. Down, when you scroll down further under admin, there's more. User management, for example, users, roles. There's, you know, more that you could look into settings. So if you're not able to turn on something with the other meeting, you might need to look at this too. It's a little confusing, and if you have a higher level of an account, you might have other things that you need to look at as well. So I hope this little review is helpful to you. Let me know if you have some specific questions for future videos. Thanks for checking this out. My name is Patricia Regier.